Let's ride.
All right, we got a few things to discuss today on the docket, on the listing. Do where do you want to start with? Do you want to start with things I want to ask you?
Yeah, that'll work.
All right, so pack goose.
Hmm.
Kind of on the spot. Last podcast, first things. Do you like the walk the dog cast? This was not something we discussed. I even thought about before posting. I thought of it like 3 seconds before uploading the video.
No, I love it. Yeah, we're
All right,
good. We're
walk the
good.
dog cast. That subject to change. All right.
Fair.
Um, so Pack Storm Goose 7075, we kind of thought of and discussed last week on this spur of the moment thing. I want to say like the whole point of it was not to make it like we made the change after the pre-order because it wasn't a sales pitch, a sales gimmick to get you to get this one. It was a way
Yeah.
to make it special to everybody that had pre-ordered. Is it going to be that different from 7068? No. Are you going to be able to tell the difference back to back? Maybe, but it's not like a main selling point for the product. Just to put that out there, it was after the fact, like I said, so it's something different, something to make it extra special as part of this project. Do you have anything else you want to say on that?
No, we
No.
definitely did not. Yeah, I'm just glad. I thought it made it special. I'm excited for it.
How's how's the pre-order going? Like on your end, is the emails, the efforts, the customer service that goes along
Yeah,
with it? What do you think?
I made some mistakes early along in the process.
And it was at that
Used the
moment
BBC.
that Matt knew he fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. So I did not use the BBC. Everybody saw everybody's email. So you're welcome for that. Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know if that was, I know that was a huge hiccup for a couple people. They should probably, get their situations right with the government, right? Because they know your email address. You know what I'm saying? If they want it, they're gonna find it.
I think the only issue there was when
I'm
people
just,
hit reply to all.
oh yeah, no, I'm joking. I'm joking. I know it's annoying. Definitely learned from it. Won't do it again. And I am so sorry
How's the
about
rest of
that.
it
And
going?
I the Google Sheets, I've definitely now watched a couple tutorials on that. I now know that we can add names. We can add, do you want international shipping? Check, stuff like that. And somehow a couple customers for your Secret Santa got mixed over into the Mongoose pre-order. So we dealt with that as well. A lot of customer service relations. I've been on the phone with people uh, as a G2 representative, which is very odd, but a
I didn't
lot of
agree to this.
fun, a lot of good times. Huh?
I did not agree to this.
I know you didn't, but communicating over email for older people can sometimes be difficult. So we had the conversations over the phone. It's been a lot of fun, though. Sorry for all the international people. I know making y'all emails were difficult. Now I know I think all my problems I can mainly fix in that Google form if you let me do something like this again.
Well,
Um,
a lot of it was
because that
rushed and I didn't
what
really check your form, right? So this was very fast and it wasn't, hey Jake, do you like this form?
yeah,
And even if I said yes, there wasn't a should I send it as is? Um, so I think it just happens. Like there's things on my end that you learn that you need over time, and it makes sense that you didn't think of them until after the fact, and then get to deal with the chaos that happens.
yeah. I mean, to be honest with you though, I tell you that I've told you this privately. Your customer base is really just gold. So they're very nice, understanding. I mean, you've got a couple older customers that are not, but that's fair. But your customer base right now, very fair, understanding. They're good folks.
I like to say that like at first it was an age thing. I would be like, oh yeah, we're the 22 plus, 22 to 40 year olds, and it's really that changes constantly. But the base of the G2 customer base, I think, just you describe it as they have life experience.
Absolutely.
So a lot of
Yeah,
those
they're going to
issues are
understand.
different once you're dealing with somebody that has different life experience. Um, for a lot of things across the board, you're not dealing with a 16-year-old that is, well,
Yeah.
even younger or 16 or whatever, up through college that you haven't been out on your own yet and you learn just things about life and being a human.
Yo-yos are a lot of fun, and I get the seriousness that people have about the product because I know how high of standards you have. So I think it's really just about bumping Matt Mullins up some standards as far, and it's just teaching me furthermore business and how to handle it. So
Yeah, I think there's a little difference too when it's your thing, right? So you're kind of building your spot into the G2, whatever it is, hierarchy or whatever.
there,
When it's your thing, I what keeps me grounded mostly, and also I wouldn't say grounded, but and even delays progress is I get stuck in this, and this is what I focus on. Every time somebody gets a yo-yo, that could be their first G2, their first experience with the brand. You only get the chance to make that experience once. So I always strive to make that perfect, and then I try my best to make sure that
there.
interactions afterwards, packages afterwards, still match that same standard as if this was going to Joe that has 50 G2s or Joe that has zero, the package would be the same. I wouldn't change it based on a first or 50th purchase. Um, but
Yeah.
we'll switch to a good thing the G2 customer base to parlay this into, not parlay, but it's Thursday night. Get that parlay in before the big
That's
uh,
what I was about to
tonight.
say.
I'll post one in there, a little $5 football parlay for club tonight. But
Mike T's in. Mike T's in.
he doesn't agree with my sports things. But um,
There.
fantasy football 2023, 2024. This was the trophy, the yo-yo. Um, and all of those participants have been pretty chill about waiting this long to get this thing that's been sitting in my office for months on months.
Right.
So these are going out this week, and I figured we'd talk about it just for a quick second. Um, it plays amazingly, and I don't want to dive into making a yo-yo review, but it somehow you accidentally turn out a gem when playability was kind of like a secondary factor in this. Um, I tried my best to make it so this bottom part's the wood part or whatever you for your trophy. The bottom part matches your wood base, and I kind of made the angles to
Okay.
try and make that a little bit represented, and then also to be similar to the gold cup up top for the base of your trophy. So there it is, and then you get your engraving down here. Um,
That's
but
banging.
that was the main inspiration for the yo-yo, and then it just plays amazingly. But just a cool little prize if you're part of the league. Um, and
Oh, that's
just
the first time I've seen the cup.
it's flat because I originally I had thought about also throwing in an engraving in here, like making a throwing sleepers not TD's logo. Didn't go that
Yeah.
route. I think it needs to be displayed like this as a trophy. The engraving. So this just has my name. Yours says second place. Congratulations. And then the top is just the
Hey, we're
it's
trying to get
our
first
football
place this
trophy.
year, bro. We're trying to
Um,
get first place. Well, I'm excited about those. You know, I was in the fantasy football league last year, second place. So you just said that, but I'm very excited for those. I mean, I know people. It sucks having to wait on a yo-yo, but this is going to be a regular G2 pre-order. You're waiting all the time anyway for a G2. If you're not waiting for a G2, what are you doing? Get on Patreon. You should be waiting every month for a G2 to come to your mailbox.
I don't I don't know if there's any slots right now, but yeah.
Look for slots.
Um,
Jake should add slots. Add slots.
I if I add slots, then we don't have drops, and then things get weird.
Yeah, that would get weird quick.
Yeah, club tonight. Mike's going to be back.
Uh-oh.
His first time since having his baby, so that's exciting.
Maybe we'll get to see the insprised infant.
He's shared some pictures, but yeah, I don't think he'll bring him on. We'll see. We'll see if he's napping or not. Um, but those of you
We're
that
hiding
don't
the
know,
baby.
club is what is it? 12 to 15 of us chilling. Big
Yeah,
Mike,
just hanging out.
multi contest winning player comes in, teaches us a trick, and then we watch football afterwards together. If you want to stick around late night.
Amen. And my defense plays tonight, so y'all better come on.
What do you got on your mind? Anything else you want to bring up today in the pod?
No, no, not that I could think of. You want to talk about the Facebook stuff?
I think I addressed it at the beginning.
Okay. We definitely did not. I don't even know. I don't. I didn't. I'm not an aluminum producer. You have been making yo-yos for a long time. Is 7075 cheaper than 7068?
No, not
That's
not
something we didn't discuss. You brought it up right here. Such a, such a. I just want you. I just want to know. Is it just
okay.
curious?
So what Matt's referencing, Matt posted there was I think two people said they couldn't pre-order anymore, get their payments in, so we opened it up to fill those two slots. And then there was some discussion about the 7068 and 7075. AL7 Mongoose has already been done. And Matt said this is 7075. It is different. It's going to be very, very close to the same, like we discussed. And then somebody chimed in and said the only reason to switch to 7075 was because it's cheaper to produce, which I don't know who their sources are, but their sources are bad. Um, the material itself, I would have to see the raw material if it's the same. It's pretty much the same cost to machine 7068 versus 7075. The raw material is very, very close in pricing. I've never done the same yo-yo back to back, same quantities to see if there's a pricing difference. But you get a little price break to 6061, but it's not very much. And I think way back in the day, it was just a convenient way to add $15 to your price tag, was to say it's more expensive material. Um, and back then, the
Gotcha.
stock changes as well over time, what you can get easily. So maybe the difference has gotten closer. It's not really something I've tracked over the years, but 6061 is a hair cheaper than the
Oh,
7 Series, but not a lot.
okay. Well, I would like to say that that was. I just want to say, well, it was very honest that you brought that opinion to me right here live for the first time, and I had never heard the idea. We definitely did not discuss that, and I also want to say we're putting a lot of effort into this project. Me and you are having a lot of behind the scenes stuff, and we are putting a lot of our heart into this for people. And I know the people that pre-ordered it is going to feel the love because we're going to show it to them. But I just don't want anyone to get you know what I mean. We're coming from love here, and we're putting our heart into the project. There we go.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody that wants to had any plans or wanted to participate in the pre-order has any issues with it. I think
Yeah,
it mostly comes from the outside for
for
different
sure,
reasons, and I don't really need to speculate on what their reasons were. Um, could be
for
as
sure.
small as it's just they were trying to make a joke.
Yeah, well, it's funny,
Um,
but can't wait for everyone to see all the surprises. Um, yeah, and we're thankful for everybody. Whoa, we're thankful.
is there anything in the yo-yo world happening?
Mm, let's see what's happening. What's happening in the yo-yo world?
I mean, we make up the most part of the world, but
Well, that's what I was thinking. Um, G2 Secret Santa seemed to go well. The Yo-Yo Buy Sell Trade Secret Santa drama was fun for for the day. I enjoyed reading that stuff. That was good.
Matt, listen, if you join the Secret Santa, it's not a trade, okay?
Oh no,
Please,
yes it is.
it's not a trade. And please read the description. Like somehow, some way, um, I try to be as specific as possible. So like the general one, not the G2 one. And I'll talk about the G2 one in a second, but I offer to run the general one so that somebody's in place when somebody messes up and doesn't ship that will replenish that item. So last year I sent out a few yo-yos. This year I'm sure I'll have to send out a few yo-yos. Um, but it's one yo-yo that's $40 BST value. Um, Anything after that is an awesome extra, but please
Yeah.
don't send four $15 yo-yos. Don't send a $25 yo-yo and a $30 yo-yo. Just read closely because your person that gets your yo-yo is not going to be happy if they read the instructions clearly, because there is still a floor on what they're expecting to get and participate in. Even though the point isn't a trade, it's kind of to, bring cheer to somebody else. It's more of a giving thing. Most of the time, you get older, you have more fun giving a gift than getting a gift, and that's not the standard across the board. But for most people, I feel like that's the standard. So that needs to be thought of, and I think that really showed up in the G2 Secret Santa. Um, Phil ran that, you participated, and I don't know what restrictions he put on it, but it was a smaller group, more close knit. Um, the ability to research your person was easier to see what they had, what they like, and people put a lot of thought into those gifts, and it's been cool to see people opening those. Just complete opposite side of the spectrum for the most part. Um,
Yeah. Well, one situation you're buying for strangers, and the other one you have a relationship with the person, but it's different.
yeah. What did you participate?
I did. I did. I got Captain Rogers. Arg.
Did you set? Well, you alluded to what he was getting, right?
Oh, well, you know what he's getting.
Well, it's that's in and out.
Yeah. Well,
Did he get it yet?
not yet. No. But he likes
Figures?
organic. So I gave him two different ends of the spectrum of organic. I gave him a responsive organic, and I gave him what I would consider the greatest organic G2 bimetal in the market.
Isn't there only one G2 bimetal organic?
Maybe he just can narrow it down there. I don't know. So,
What'd you get?
yeah, I got Brother Dabs, and I got this
The council?
council,
And then you get some.
and
Oh, now I remember what you got. It's coming back to
yeah,
you.
and Wisteria and something else. I'm very thankful. I love Brother Dabs. I owe Brother Dabs my entire life. Facts.
I I think the coolest thing that I've seen non-yo-yo related, um, just by chance, is that little EDC tray, which actually might turn into something that Phil just, well, he's seen EDC trays, and he made someone one, and now it might turn into a product that he can like list for other people because it's pretty awesome. Like I want one now on my
I
desk.
do too. I
You
do
get
too.
one on your nightstand too, and then next to your doorway when you come home, a little ED. It's like a three item per household item that he came up with.
Yeah, we need G2 ashtrays quick.
I don't know about that. I can't imagine that's a very popular item anymore.
Well, it depends how you market it, okay?
The G2 Zenton.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
Um,
no, I'm good, man. I think that I say, what else is going on? I mean,
we got the Yo-Yo Expert mystery bags.
I hadn't read that. I didn't know about
Um,
that.
it's
Is that like Amazing 5A May or whatever?
well, it's Yo-Yo Expert clearing their stock that's not selling, right? But they did it in a better way than most of the mystery boxes that pop out for Black Friday. It's laid out pretty nicely. If you understand, you can still get a nice yo-yo. It's just not a high demand yo-yo. That
Right.
needs to be thought about, but it's a well
Well,
presented and well done way to do it. I mean, it's necessary a lot of the times to do it.
I love Andre does good business. That's no surprise there. But when I used to get Yo-Yo Sam, Duncan, like blind bags, you would always get a green one. You know what I mean? That's kind of normal. You'd always get like a common color. That's what I'm trying to say. You wouldn't get a special colorway on a blind bag.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Never mind.
Is this like they were only sold as blind bags and you knew the yo-yo you were getting?
Oh no, on Yo-Yo Sam, you can buy a blind bag or whatever brand you want. So you can buy a Yo-Yo Factory blind bag or a Dunkin' blind bag or whatever brand you want.
Oh, and it's just like a mystery bag, but it's not pre-packaged. So yeah, you know you're
Exactly.
getting what's not selling when you buy that at a discounted
Yeah,
price.
exactly.
But
So
if you
that's
want
what I'm
the
saying.
yo-yo and you don't care about the color, then it's a way to get it at a discount.
It's a way to get a yo-yo.
Especially if you don't, even if the yo-yo is, let's say, $140 yo-yo that's not selling, and he's got it in the $90 mystery bag. If your budget has always been like $100 or less, that gives you a chance to get the yo-yo. So it just depends on what kind of customer you are, and as long as you go into it with reasonable expectations. Um,
Andre ain't gonna do nobody wrong. We all know that.
like he's the staple for a yo-yo shop, right? Like
He's been in
been
business since
around.
Moses was, doing the Ten Commandments. Andre was sitting over there going, "What's up, dude?" on Expert Village. So
Today I'm going to
for
teach you how to
sure.
do the magic
Yeah,
drop.
right. Using a dark magic.
Yes.
So dude was so good back then too. You go back and watch those videos and he was just cranking out bangers with a little yo-yo jam hybrid.
Yeah, half starburst, half O-ring.
Hey, we don't want to live in the past, but those yo-yos were fantastic.
I started with a Yo-Yo Jam Journey and a Legacy when I made my way back to Yo-Yo in the unresponsive days.
That's interesting. Both of those yo-yos had very similar bodies, right?
Yeah, the Journey's really light,
Oh,
and it
that's
had
what
the
that was the
O-rings that
difference.
stick out. It was supposed to be a little easier to bind. The Legacy was a rock, um, like literally had big, like stainless steel washers glued into the body for their weight. You take the cap
Wow.
off, and it was a giant, like actual washer. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
designed specific for the yo-yo, or if they just went to the hardware store and this was the size they had, so they made a yo-yo around it. Um, but it was known for its spin time and learning tricks because it had those giant washers in it. It had the cool
Wow.
drop.
I don't know if I ever took one apart. So I didn't know that.
Hmm. And I put BBs in a mosquito, took the cap off, glued BBs around the edge of a mosquito to give it some spin time,
Oh yeah.
little
Bro,
wobble.
I remember when those were $5 in Walmart. You walk into Walmart and get them $5.
Hmm.
And
That was
the
the XT.
mosquito and the flying squirrel was the same yo-yo, but with weights.
I never had a flying squirrel, so I didn't know it
It
was the
was
same.
the same mold.
Okay.
It was the same mold, but they had less weight in the mosquito than the squirrel. So you could take a mosquito, put more weight in it, you had a flying squirrel.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like the light one for beginners. It makes sense for a responsive yo-yo to be light.
Mosquitoes are very, very good. Now they're expensive though. You don't want to. That would not be what I would consider a starter.
What are you going to get? A butterfly XT for a starter? For a stocking stuffer to somebody that doesn't yo-yo?
Probably one of the campaign series, if I had to guess.
Well, you can't get those, so
No,
what are you walking in the store?
no,
You can
the
get like an
XT,
Imperial, a
bro,
butterfly,
or
or
a throw.
butterfly XT is the way to go, right? Where would you go? One of those free hands.
XT is the only way to go.
Okay. Okay.
X XT is the only. I would love the free hand. They're $20 though, but
All right.
free hand's the delicious yo-yo.
Shall we? See you, man.
One, two, three. Goose on three.
Goose on three. One, two, three.
One,
Goose.
one, two, three. Goose.